stonkingly funny, it's stonkingly good. The most stonk Baptist station in the neighborhood. That's Red Nose Day on Radio 5 FM.
It's stonkingly charitabulous to have Red Nose Day back again, isn't it, Nicey?
Not half, mate. You know, they're calling it something else this year, Smashie, like, I don't know, comic relief or something, but to me it'll always be Red Nose Day, and hey, I've got a bit of a tip for you. Don't bother to buy another red nose for your car. If you already got one for last year, why not use the one you bought then and save yourself a bit of money?
Great money-saving tip there, mate.
Here's a couple of things that you lot are doing round the country for comic stocking type stuff day. The lads from Barnstable have written in, and they're all going to be gathering in the town centre of Barnstable there, and they'll be smashing windows of all the shops. Every video they nick, they're going to give 4p to Comic Relief. Isn't that great, mate?
It's quite phenomenal, mate. And here's another one we got in. The inmates, quite literally from Parkhurst Prison, out there on the Isle of Wight.
Great criminals there, mate.
Certainly is, mate. And they're going to be let loose down there on the old Isle of Wight.
Certainly are, mate. They're breaking out in the morning. They're going to be robbing and stabbing people, quite literally at random. And don't forget, if they stab or rob or mug you, they're going to give about 4% of the contents of your purse or wallet all to Comic Relief.
They're both great mates, as you can see. They do a lot of work for charity. Those lovable jokes on
Radio 5 FM.
Right, and great, and we've got Madonna coming up, and, you know, she really is an attractive lady, and I saw her the other night, and I wouldn't mind, you know...
Terry Scott, Huey Green, demigods of the fashion scene, Richard Clayderman, Fred Hoyle, Johnny Morris, Katie Boyle, the way they looked, the clothes they wore, Robert Marcy, Jacques Delors, Leslie Crowther, and Lord Reef, Norman Wisdom, Edward Heath. They had panache, they had flair.
Ian Paisley, Lionel Blair.
Lit the torch, they showed the way.
Larry Grayson, Robin Dare.
Fashion gods who'll never fade.
Michael Fish, Virginia Wade.
The kind of style you can't ignore.
Fatima Whitbread, Patrick Moore.
I don't know if it shows, but as far as style goes, I've never stood a chance. But who gives a shit? Let's dance. Rose.
That was Madonna there, although I think she had a little bit of help from Smith & Jones.
Radio 5 FM.
What sort of stonking things are you going to be doing for Red Nose Day? Comic Relief Day, Nicey?
I'm going on a Radio Fab FM Daft Shorts for Charity weekend, mate.
Pop-tabulous, mate, and where are you going to be wearing them?
Around my waist, mate.
No, I meant whereabouts specifically?
Oh, well, specifically, mate, hanging down from my midriff to about 2.5 inches above my knees.
No, sort of whereabouts, geographically speaking, in the country, mate?
I ain't doing it in the country, mate. It's in Birmingham town centre.
That's a hell of a good place to wear daft shorts, mate, and it'll be great to see the novelly nicey knees out and about again. And what about your young friend of yours, Nicey? What's he going to be getting up to? Because I know he likes to join in the fun.
Well, mate, he's going to be pushing a sausage into some jelly for a couple of hours.
Pork mungus, and is that for charity?
Nope.
Right.
LPPFM, pay one okay.
Just about to, have we got time? Oh, no, we haven't. We got to go over to the news. And I love the news, don't you? The way, I don't know how they do it. They seem to quite literally collate news stories from all over the world and then tell them.
Dong. Good evening, this is Sir Alistair Burnet, for whom every day is Red Nose Day, with little flecks of yellow. And the main news tonight. The latest figure is £14,428,461.54. But enough about Terry Wogan's salary. The Comic Relief Office has just received another 150,000 milk bottle tops through the post. Whoever you are, please stop it, it's not funny. And now over to Ian McGaskill for a gale warning.
Oh, well, look out, Gale. Ivy Tulsey's trying to split you up from Martin. Hello.
It's stonkingly funny, it's stonkingly good. The most stonk Baptist station in the neighborhood. That's Red Nose Day on Radio 5 FM.
What's next, mate?
Tell you what, Nicey, apparently some people have alleged that there's a hidden message on this next record, but I reckon they're talking a load of old codswallop.
Some people do talk a load of baloney, don't they, Smashie?
They certainly do. I tell you, I played this record slowed down, speeded up, backwards, sideways, any which way you care to mention, but I haven't heard any hidden message, so here we go, let's rock.
Worship the devil. Worship the devil. Sacrifice a virgin. Form a coven. Interfere with a goat. Sacrifice a virgin. Worship the devil.
I guess I should have tried listening to it at the right speed. Anyway, charity. Now, you've been doing some stuff with this Red-Nosed Comic Stonkin' Day, haven't you, Nicey? You've been out in the Sudan.
Certainly have, mate. We did a Radio Fab FM roadshow out there, and all the usual fun and games, of course. You know what it's like, Smashie. You've done a few roadshows in your time. It's mad, isn't it?
You're telling me, mate, and I bet you had some trouble from old Nige mileage.
He's bonkers. You know what he did, mate? He couldn't find a swimming pool, so he pushed me limo into the only drinking well for 500 miles. All those poor chaps, a million people there, didn't have any water for 2 months.
He'll do anything for a laugh, won't he?
He's quite mad, quite mad. Do you remember the time he rang up my mother and told her I'd had an heart attack?
I do, and didn't your old mum have a heart attack herself when she heard the news?
She did, and when I went to the hospital, Nige got her out of bed and hid her in the laundry chute, where she passed away. And then, when I went to the funeral, he'd taken her out of the box and put her in her favourite armchair.
I bet that gave the old vicar a bit of a shock, mate.
No, mate, he was tied up in the belfry. Nige had nicked his outfit and was doing the service himself with some of them bobbly-eyed glasses.
He's mad, isn't he?
Ha ha, round the twist. In fact, he's so mad he's currently under psychiatric constraint at Broadmoor. And you won't believe what we got coming up now, mate. It's ABBA, those great 4 people from Norway there, and they're going to be doing a Mickey take of French and Saunders, one of my all-time favourite double acts of all time there.
You've got my back against the Brogues, just waiting for the final bell.
Should I throw in my towel and cash in my chips as well?
I roll the dice, I deal the cards, I spin the wheel to see
that a Danish guy in olden times, are we to be or not to be?
The other day, it made no sense, you started building me a fence. C'est la vie, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Say good for you, say bad for me. Definitely. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Say what will be, will be. I don't mean to be a drag.
You are a drag.
But has our story reached its end?
You see, I turned a page last night,
You turned a page.
found you there with my best friend.
She's your best friend.
Has our final whistle blown?
Has it blown?
Or is our love an extra time?
I don't know.
We never seem to play at home,
Not anymore.
and I'm left here on the touchline.
We've been sent off.
I roll the dice, I spin the wheel to see if our love is now a casualty. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Say good for you, say bad for me. Quite seriously. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Say what will be, will be.
Well, that was a megatastically funny record there by somebody, and, you know, we need comedy, if you don't mind me getting a bit serious, because comedy isn't serious, and the last thing we need today is all that serious stuff.
Great thoughts, mate, about comedy and seriousness type stuff, and it's made me think, because, you know, comedy is serious in a laughing about serious things type way, in that so much of what is funny is actually tragical and not funny at all. Anyway, it really does help suffering in a big way.
I know all about suffering, mate. Over 3 hours stuck in traffic on the way here. They want to put some of this money into widening the M25 and getting some decent parking spaces here at Radio Fab FM. Car like mine takes up a bay and a half. Anyway, mate, that's enough chit-chat from us for the moment. Let's go right over now to Elton Ben in the Whirling Chopper. What do you got for us, Elton?
Thanks there, Smashie. Well, I have to tell you, mate, it's chock-a-blockers down on the streets. They're wedged in tighter than the contents of Nicey's pants, and I bet things are just as sweaty and unpleasant. Getting down to details here, mate, I've got a lot of congestion to tell you about. Excuse me. That's better. Oh, sorry there, mate, a bit of congestion on the pilot's collar there. All right, Nicey, traffic update time on Fab FM. A lot of delays. I can see a 2CV has ground to a complete halt under the weight of the Garfield stuck to the back window. Looks interesting. Going to take a closer look at that one, mate. Yep, we're descending. I'm going down on a Garfield in the back of a 2CV right now. Of course, Smashie, as you and Nicey well know, the twin innovations of car phones and telephone sex lines are causing endless delays while frustrated drivers pull over and switch to manual. Turning to public transport information update on fabulous Fab FM there, mate. Well, the underground situation is also a bit like Nicey's pants in that the tube is solid and a very busy tunnel is completely blocked. Trains are running as normal, though, mate, so expect delays of up to 3 or 4 hours. All right, mate, it's sign-off time from the Traffic Watch crew there, so from me and Big Dick Chopper, my gob-covered pilot, say goodbye to Nicey and Smashie, Dick. Oh, well, good old Dick's just put on his parachute and given me a 2-finger salute and he's bailed out. Well, I think I'm going to be able to report a major crash and long delays at hang on, I'm trying to read the street sign.
Radio Fab FM. F-A-B-F-M, F-A-1-OK.
Well, we're having a great time here playing all these stonking comedy records, and the time's been ticking away. In fact, it's just coming up to, the big hands on, I don't know, and the...
F-A-B-F-M, F-A-1-OK.
Past 2.
2:30. 2. 2:30.
That reminds me of the old joke, Smashie. You know, the one about the old Chinese dentist, and apparently he was called 2:30.
2:30.
2:30, I mean. That's the fella.
Stop it, Nicey, will you? You're cracking me up, and I'm trying to do a serious show here, mate.
I'll tell you what, we worked out some stonk-mongously funny stuff to do with this show, didn't we, mate?
We certainly did, mate, and what we decided to do is to keep it for one of our regular Radio Fab FM broadcasts, which we get paid for.
That's a sensible thing to do, mate.
That certainly is. Hello, and who's this on the phone? Oh, it's Mr. Fall Down the Stairs, and what's he up to? Oh, it sounds like he's fallen down the stairs again. I don't know, he's quite mad, isn't he?
It's stonkingly funny, it's stonkingly good, the most stonk Baptist station in the neighborhood. That's Red Nose Day on Radio Fab FM.
That's the news tonight, and finally, on a lighter note, bong, 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 bong.
Got a song coming up from those mad puppets, quite literally bonkers, from Spinning Image there. And I don't know about you, but I get angry about Spinning Image. It's all right getting at politicians and stuff, they're fair game, but the royal family, they're always going on about how they hate Spinning Image, and the puppets can't answer back. I don't
on
think
news at 10, I get the biggest spots. They say I've got the perfect face for playing Join the Dots. I smile and grin, but no one knows the pain I'm going through. Because the biggest news tonight is I'm in love with you. You're as wonderful as me. Won't you be my chickadee? Yes, it's you my heart is craving every time I see you waving. Mother of mine. I'm through with Di and Fergie, I prefer the older chicks. Although you're nearly 89, you'd pass for 86. I go all weak and silly when I see your hat so frilly. You're my majesty. You're out of sight, you're groovy. Yes, Mom, I can boogie at your command. Play that flunky music. Hit me with your rhythm scepter. I'm your corgi toy boy, aha. And now here are the main points of the chorus again. Newscaster madly in love with her grace. The Sun says royal wedding to take place. Burnet receives a call with the saddest news of all. In
love with Sandy Gall?
Oh, I wonder who this is ringing me up again. Hello?
Hello? Hello, Mike. Is Mr. Nut very good at doing city voice, boy, oh, yeah? And, well, isn't it just been down the shops, boy, oh, and bought some cat food? It was on special offer, isn't it?
Oh, dear
And,
me,
well,
old
I
Mr.
hope
Not
the
very
cats
good at
like
doing
it,
a silly
you know,
voice there, and he
with
just
the
can't do a silly voice, can he?
And here comes one of my favourite double acts of all time. Gotta be. It's old Fry and Laurie. Sadly, without the lorry today. It's just the Fry.
You know, in these immensely trying times, we often look, isn't it, outwards towards a wider power, aren't there? There's a sense, hasn't she, of forces beyond our comprehension, doesn't it? But you know, I wouldn't want to concentrate here this morning tonight, aren't you, on anything more wide or broadly illimitable than what we, hasn't she, like to call a kind of sharing, weren't you? We don't need to think of an old man in a long white Christmas tree, doesn't it? Or the wrathful, vengeful sort of Darth Vader, won't we, of the Old Testament, but on a kind of sharing, isn't it? What I like, hasn't he, to talk of, rather horribly, as a sort of hope line, aren't they? A hope line that's there, shouldn't I, on the dance floor of your local discotheque, as you bounce and bobble to the beat of your rockular music, won't they? And that's there, too, in the quiet contemplation of the lavatory, can't she? I think so. Let me return you now, thoughtful, but I hope not too bruised, to Mike. Goodbye, wasn't it?
This, our song, has been requested by a young lady by the name of Kathy. Although, of course, Kathy is not her real name, which is a stroke of luck, because I'm not quite sure how to pronounce Margot McGillicuddy, is it? Now, Kathy's story is not for the faint of heart. It's a very sad story, but I think it's a valid one, and apparently Kathy ran over her boyfriend and killed him, that's it. She ran over her boyfriend. So, Kathy, this record's for you.
So, hey, where you from, girl? Time's up. Where you from?
Wood Green.
You're from Wood Green. Hey, that's great. So you sure you ain't got no African in you? Would you like some? I'm sorry, baby. These people are sick. They're sick! So what's your name anyway, girl? Rebecca. That's a beautiful name. You know, Rebecca, I've been searching for a lady like you for a long, long time. And now that I've found you, I ain't never gonna let you go. You see, Rebecca, we're gonna get real sexy right here in the Shaftesbury Theater. Because there's so many fine ladies, and I'm gonna sing a song just for them. You know, these nipples are yours tonight, Rebecca. All yours. Tonight is your night. I'm gonna let you have my body. All of it. Even the long, wobbly, dangly bits. I want you to know that this song is specifically for the ladies. Ladies, let me hear you say, yeah! All right, Rebecca, this is for you. Come on, hold my hand. Come on home with me and drink some cocoa wine. Show me your loving, girl, and I'll show you mine. Let's roll around in my pile carpet. It's deep enough for two. I'll mix you a cocktail, baby. How about a slow, comfortable screw? It's a drink, girl. I got a big, big love. A mighty fine love. It's a gigantic love. It's my big love. Yeah, my love is so big I can barely get it into my car, Rebecca. You see, everything is everything. But some things aren't everything. And those things are what I call nothing. You see, Rebecca, I love you. I love you because you're beautiful. And also I love you because you believe all this bullshit I keep saying. I think you do, girl. I think it's sexy. Ooh. I remember when I first saw you, girl. We had our first slow dance. Yeah. A shiver ran up and down my back. Yeah. But wound up in my pants. Oh no, girl, give me a big hand. I had a big hand.
Lenny Henry there, married to French and Saunders, of course.
Which one, mate?
I don't know, either Lenny or Henry, mate, but they're certainly married.
Oh, that's great, and let's hope their marriage works out, because so many marriages end in tragedy.
Do right, mate.
F-A-P-F-M, favorite, okay?
Right, I tell you what, just got time to ring up old Mr. Answer Phone, see if he's left one of his wacky messages on his answer phone.
Hello, I'm afraid there's no one here at the moment, but if you'd like to leave your name and number after the tone, someone will get back to you.
He's absolutely mad. I just don't know where he gets his ideas from. I really don't.
They're both great mates, as you can see. They do a lot of work for charity. Those lovable jocks on
Radio 5FM.
Actually, while I was talking to Bonkers, Mr. Answer Phone there, we had rather a sad message from Nicey's young friend of his. Apparently, he's been involved in a strange charity accident, and Nicey's had to go off and find a plumber. Anyway, well, he's gone, and it's time I was gone. So remember, I'm going to catch you tomorrow on Radio Fab FM, and remember, some of you to think about here, tomorrow is only really today when you get there, and in that sense, even yesterday was today, once upon a time. In fact, yesterday was even tomorrow, wasn't it? The day before yesterday. And that really is something for you to think about. And here's something else for you to think about. This is Mike Smash saying, a wop, wop, a loop, a wop, bye-bye.